this is the one. Lokithor reached out and asked me if I'd be willing to take a look at the JTC 4250, and I said absolutely. Pretty excited to see that this is a battery charger, jump starter, and battery tester all in one unit. So let's open it up and take a closer look. Hey, what's up YouTube? Dan the Fix-It Man. Got another quick video here for you. This one's a little unique. This is the first unit that I've looked at that is a battery tester, jump starter, and battery charger all in one unit. Now this also has an emergency light and power bank function as well. Let's go ahead, open it up, and see what comes included. Now here's your main power cord to plug it in. We've got a USB-C cord here, USB-C on both ends. And we also have the battery clamps. I've had some other units in the past that were plastic right here at the hinge. This one, it's metal, really strong spring. And we have another USB-A to USB-C cable that's included as well. And here we have some instructions or a little manual here. And it also comes with a drawstring bag for all of the accessories and cables. All right, well, let's take a look at the unit here and take off these little foam protector pieces. Got a nice sturdy handle on the top. So it's listed right here on the top. It says that we can jumpstart gasoline vehicles up to 10 liter and diesel up to 8 liter. Now there's two out ports on this side. This is for USB-C or USB-A. Anytime you open these ports, just remember to push them back in solidly so that we maintain the IP65 waterproof rating. Now this one here is for our jumper cables or the jumpstart cables if we're going to be using this as a jump starter. Now on this end, we have the nice bright emergency light. Just press and hold to turn that light on, and you can press the button again to change the brightness levels. There's medium and low, and then there's an emergency flash. It's flashing in an SOS pattern. That's a nice bright light. That's a 300 lumens max. And we also have a yellow or an orange strobe color, and press it again and it turns off. Now at the other end here, we have one more port. This port here is just to plug it in and be able to charge it, or also to use it as the battery charge function. Now, as I mentioned, this button here is to turn on the light, which you just press and hold, and it turns on the screen here as well. And again, the light is on. If we press and hold, it will turn the light back off. But our main screen is on, which turns on with the light button here. Now you also have the up and down values or arrows here, so you can change the value or whatever we're doing. Now here you have the main power button, which is what you'll use to press and hold to turn it off, or you can also just press that to turn it on. Now this next button here is the cancel button. It's got a little X on it, and then the little yellow button down here is the confirm button. You press that, it also gives you a little sub menu here. Now we don't have it connected right now, so the default is going to be in the jump start function. So right now you can see it's got the little cables or clamps there, so it's on. Let's go ahead and hit the little sub menu here, and it's going to say here jump start, normal start, or forced start. So if we confirm, it's on normal start right now. Now, if we had those jumper cables hooked up and we were hooked up to a battery, it would give us our voltage, and then those relays would start to click and it would let us know that it's ready to jump start it. Now, if we cancel out of that, we can come back over here and we can go down. You can change that to forced start, or let's cancel again to go back. And now we can go down and see battery charge, normal charged, forced charge, or repair charge. So it's a different algorithm or a different type of charging to help repair a battery that might be damaged. Here we can do a battery test. It's a battery test, cranking test, or charging test. The cranking test is going to let you know if the battery drops too low during cranking. And of course, the charging test is going to let you know if you have an issue with your charging system. Now, power supply is going to activate those ports on the other side that I showed you for the USB-A and the USB-C if you need to use this for backup power. And then down here, we can change the settings. You can change the languages, and it shows you what version that you have. Let's go back up and take a look at the jump start function first. Now I'm going to pop the hood on the car that I'm on right now. This is a 67 Mercury Cougar, and the battery's been sitting for a little bit, so I probably do need to get it plugged in and charging. But let's take a look at the jump start function, and we'll take a look at all of the different functions in this unit. All right, now this battery has this little maintainer, and I don't think that's going to get in our way, but I'm just going to hook up these cables first. And then I'm going to plug this into the back side of the unit here with the jumper cable connector. All right, so now it's on jump start. Let's select jump start. Now we're going to hit normal start. And you can see we've got 12.2. Now it's jumped up to 13 volts, 13.1. All right, so I'm going to go start the vehicle now. Okay, so that worked out great, and you can see that we were able to start that. So let's go ahead and cancel out of this now. Now, if the battery was super dead, you would select forced start, but keep in mind, if you do forced start, that eliminates all of the reverse polarity protection and all of the spark protections that are built into this unit. So now let's exit out of the jump start, and let's go down to battery charge. We can do what we call a normal charge, forced charge, or repair charge. So let's hit enter, and we'll do normal charge. Now I'm going to need to hook up the power cord here to this end. Now this is a regular flooded battery, so I'm going to select 12 volt regular and charge current. You can select the current that you want. You can do 1 amp, 2 amp, 3 amp, 4 amp, 5 amp, 6 amp. That's pretty impressive. You can change the speed at which you want to charge it. So let's go ahead and just do a 1 amp charge and hit enter. All right, so it says AC plug removed, which of course it needs to be plugged in for this to charge. So let me go plug that in real quick. Okay, we're plugged in now, and it says constant current charging. It says that we're charging at 1 amp. That's great. So you can see this does work as a battery charger as well. If we want to exit out of this, I can up that charge current if I needed to get this charged quicker. Let's go up to a 5 amp. Let's see how that works. So right there, see it's at 1.6, 1.7. Well, there it is. It ramped all the way up to 5 amps, and it's charging right now. It says 90% constant current charging. 13.6 volts. Now this little battery indicator, this battery bar, I think that might be our unit as far as how much power it's got. So I think it's also charging this unit at the same time it is acting as a battery charger for the vehicle. So you can see it's already up to 92%, and it's again still charging at 5 amps. So this is running pretty quick. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this and go back out of here. Now here on the menu there's normal charge, forced charge, or repair charge. And so it's not going to charge a battery if it's under 1 amp. So you do have to go into the forced charging mode. You'll have to take a look in the manual, but you basically have to connect the AC cable and then select forced charging mode. This mode will only charge batteries with the voltage below 1 volt and will automatically exit after 5 minutes. If the battery voltage is shown above 1 volt, use the standard charging mode. So here we are into the standard charging mode, but I want to go down and take a look at the repair charge. So now we're doing what's called repair mode. They also call it maintenance mode in the manual. So repair or maintenance mode, what it's going to do is fully charge the battery, and then it's going to perform a continuous 4-hour plus maintenance after the full charge. You can see it's still charging, and we're up to 93% right now in the repair or maintenance mode, but I'm going to exit out of this and we're going to do what's called a battery test. So let's go scroll down to battery test, hit enter. So it says what type of battery it is, flooded. We need to enter in the cold cranking amps, and it looks like we've got 600 cold cranking amps. So let's hit enter, and then we're going to bump this up to 600. Let's hit enter, and now it's testing the battery. Now it's better to do this battery test when the battery is fully charged. And so I'm going to do this test again once I get it fully charged. But I did have an idea that this battery was on the way out. So it says poor performance, state of health 18%, state of charge 97%. It says the internal resistance is 11.38. Now, once I'm done making this video, I'll probably just leave this on the battery and see if it will bring this battery back a little bit. Now, we also have what they call a power supply mode or power bank function, and you can select the output to power a certain device. So let's go ahead and turn it back on, and we're going to select that power supply function. So we're going to come in here and go down to power supply, and right here, hit enter. And here we can change the output from 5 all the way up to 15 volts. We're going to stick with 5, so let's hit OK. And I'm going to turn this around, and we're going to open up this port here. I'm going to see if we can charge a phone. There it is. We've got the charging icon right away. So the power supply or power bank function works just fine as well. What I'm probably going to do is get this plugged back in and get it on that battery and try to maintain it or repair it and or revive it or bring it back to life. And I'll probably run that battery test one more time after charging it. And of course, if the battery tests bad, we'll go ahead and get a replacement. All right, and so as I mentioned, I was going to let this charge overnight. So it's been sitting here on the repair charging. So now I'm going to exit out of this, and I want to do that battery test again and see if we had any improvement over what we had yesterday. So let's hit battery test, and it is flooded. Cold cranking amps 600. Well, there you go. Now it says battery average performance. And the internal resistance is now saying 6.24, which it was 11.38, and our state of health is up to 61%, which was 18% yesterday. Now, of course, state of charge is now saying 100% because this has been charging all night. It is important that your battery is fully charged before you do a battery test, and I did kind of do that battery test before it was completely charged. It was only at 97%, but I think this battery repair or battery maintain function was able to bring this battery back a little bit. You know, having a battery charger, jump starter, and a battery tester are all three very important tools. This is definitely one way to pick them all up at once, and I definitely am impressed with how this worked. It did everything it's supposed to do. I hope you guys like this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't mind. That does help me out. And of course, I'll get a link in the description where you can pick up your very own JTC 4250 from Lokithor as well. Thanks so much for watching, and good luck.